This is day 226 of New Zealand's biggest gap year, an epic challenge that my partner Laura and I decided to tackle a few years back. The challenge: 365 days, 365 activities all around New Zealand. And today we are going to check out a walk in Akaroa in which we're going to be seeing giraffes and rhinoceros.
I know it sounds absolutely crazy, but today we are not heading on the water. This is one of the rare days in Akaroa where our activity is going to be land-based. We are going on a walk and we're going to take you through the native bush of the Banks Peninsula.
What we've done land in Akaroa so far is the Pohatu penguins.
Yes.
Then we went back to Pohatu penguins to release the penguin.
Yeah.
And then this is our third one. All the other activities that we've done have been on the water.
The Children's Bay Walkway, or Children's Bay Farm Walk, or Rhino Walk as the local call it, is a really famous walk right here, and almost everybody in Akaroa told us to tackle it, so we decided to dedicate one day of our stay here to going on top of it. And as soon as we start reaching the tree areas, we find a massive group of kereroo, or wood pigeon. Kereroo is the Maori name of this amazing bird, and it's one of the biggest birds in the country. And we haven't spent much time telling you a lot about this bird, despite the fact that we encounter it quite regularly. So this is an opportunity to tell you all about the kereroo.
The wood pigeon basically looks like your normal street pigeon but on steroids. It's one of the largest species of pigeon in the world, and it's got beautiful green and white feathers which have a glisten of purple in the sun. Aside from looking awesome, the wood pigeons are also probably one of the clumsiest birds in New Zealand. They're often breaking branches and making a ruckus in the forest, and that's because apparently they eat a lot of fermented berries, so they pretty much get drunk on the berries they're eating. But the kereroo are the only New Zealand birds remaining that can eat these large berries and spread their seeds around the forest. They are the only native birds to eat berries from trees such as the tawa, karaka, tarairi, miro and puriri, and spread those seeds across the forest because they fly long distances as well. We could spend all day, and we literally do spend all day, watching these beautiful birds behaving in their natural environment. We've seen so much wildlife in Akaroa so far, and although that's been mostly on the water, being on land is no different.
We are now back on track, making our way to the top of the little hill that is this Rhino Walk. We'll get the time to see a bellbird, which is a kind of a yellowish green bird, and see a ton of native plant as well. The walk is super easy and super accessible. It's about 10 minutes on a boardwalk to make your way from the city center of Akaroa to the beginning of the track. You can choose to either do a 1 hour up, 1 hour down, or a 3-hour loop track, making it one of the easiest things to do from the town center of Akaroa if you don't feel like spending big bucks on money activities. The higher we're going, the better the views are getting. It's definitely an awesome place to get a huge vantage point on the whole Akaroa township and the Banks Peninsula, but just if that wasn't enough, there is something truly exceptional to be found here.
We just about upon a group of giraffe.
Natural habitat.
They seem to be feeding, and two males are about to compete. One of them may have spotted us though.
The giraffes are in mating season here in the savannah.
So we have Laura at Tenbaru with us. I'm making my way very slowly, so not to disturb the giraffe. So this giraffe is what's called a red-spotted giraffe. It's only found in the Banks Peninsula in the heart of Akaroa. It's one of the most endangered giraffe in the world. I'm gonna try to move the camera a little closer so you can see it better. There's one that just walked behind me. It is gigantic.
I genuinely feel that Laura and I had way too much fun with those rusty giraffes. It was absolutely hilarious, and we took it way too seriously as we are making now our way to the final point of the walk, which is the rhino itself.
Finally, we get the chance to see why the locals called this the Rhino Walk. At the top of the hill, we see an unusual outline amongst all the cows, so we enter the cow field and have a closer look at this sculpture of a rhino. Making sure there's no bulls around so we don't get stampeded by all the cows, we get a closer look at the rhino, which is completely made out of scrap metal. It's a really awesome sculpture and makes for some very fun photo opportunities. Also on top of this hill we get some awesome views of the Akaroa town, the Akaroa harbour, and on the other side of the hill is Takamutua Bay, full of beautiful turquoise waters and rolling green hills. Although the walk continues down to Takamutua Bay, Robin and I decide to take the same way back through that beautiful forest, seeing loads of different insects and bird life along the way.
On the way down, we remember that some of the locals told us that there is also a crocodile made out of metal, which is somewhere to be found. We missed it out, so if you guys know where it is, make sure you comment below and you let us know where the hell was it hidden. On the way down, we also take the time to check on our friend the kangaroos. They are still bickering each other, they are still chasing each other, and there are still as many as there was before right in that tree. I'm telling you guys, if you go on that walk, you will find those birds. And as per usual, I'm a huge fan of one-way track because we get to discover things that we missed on the way up. And this is the case right now when we actually find those little leaves which are all looking like hearts, which obviously make for a perfect picture opportunity. Perfect or cheesy, it's one of those. All in all, the Rhino Walk is definitely our top 3 stuff to do in Akaroa. There is really heaps to do in the town and we are not done yet. There is still plenty that we're going to be doing, especially on the water, because you know us, we are water addicts. But if you're on a budget in Akaroa and you can only do 1 or 2 paid activities, definitely take the time to challenge yourself to the Rhino Walk. It's rather easy but gives you impressive views of the whole area.
What was this fashion stuff you were writing for?
It wasn't. And it wasn't far, it was something I shamefully made myself.
Oh, so it was then. Come on, tell me the name of it.
No.
Please.
I'll whisper it into your ear later.
Go for it.
No, later, I said.
No, come on, whisper. She said, fuck off!
Alright, so as you can tell, we definitely were having a little bit of fun with the premises of that Rhino Walk in Akaroa. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. It's such a hidden gem that it barely got any views the first time we published it, so there is literally 0 comments on the video, which usually we always get at least 1 person commenting on our videos. So yeah, there is not much comments to go over today, but if you do have questions and comments of your own, make sure to join us during one of our live sessions. Every single Sunday at 8 AM New Zealand time, my partner Laura and I sit down for 1 hour live right here on YouTube and answer all your questions about traveling in New Zealand. So if you are currently planning a trip to New Zealand, that probably is the best place for you to get expert advice. Another great place to get expert advice is NZPocketGuide.com. It is New Zealand's largest travel guide. It's written by Laura and I, and it's 100% free. There are thousands of articles on here to help you plan the perfect trip to New Zealand. If you feel like supporting all our work, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Also, you're going to get a notification for all of our live sessions. Plus, if you want to support us on Patreon, you're going to get a lot of extra perks. In the meantime, keep traveling awesome and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye!